What's up, guys? Welcome to number 1 episode of the BEWS News Podcast. It is me and Micah here. No guests yet because it's the first podcast. And I know the audio and the footage, and then it's going to be all really kind of bad because it's our first episode. So hopefully you guys enjoy. We're going to start us off with some questions because Micah posted an Instagram story of questions that he asked people and his viewers. So what are the questions, Micah?
Okay, well, here's what's actually going to happen. Seven thinks he's in charge right now. That is not what's happening. Actually, an hour and a half ago, I called Seven up and I was like, hey, let's go ahead and let's try it and start at like 7:30. I messed up and was like, hey, let's start at 8. And he was like, that's perfect, dude. You know, I got to edit the video. And currently it's, it's 9 o'clock. We're just getting started right now, so I'm a little bit pissed. But yeah, so during that time, I took time to make notes, and I sent it all to Seven. I was like, hey, this is what the first podcast is going to be about. And he did not read that, so that is not what we were going to start with. So actually what we're starting with is we're talking about our vision for the podcast. Seven, what's your vision for the podcast?
Just like, since there's a lot of people at home because of the virus going on.
Yeah, the coronavirus.
And then, yeah, we basically have nothing else better to do right now. So basically, and we also have stuff to talk about. And people, I don't know if they want to hear it, but we also might like eventually start reacting to some stuff and like memes and like YouTube videos and stuff like that. So that's like my vision pretty much.
Yeah. So the reason we're starting this podcast, it's a little bit weird. Most people generally make videos and start with like some sort of fan base, and then they start with a podcast. So I mean, a couple people who inspired me to make this this podcast was Logan Paul, which, yes, it's a little embarrassing, but Logan Paul, I like the dude. He makes good stuff, but that's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. So, and also Blake Weber. Blake Weber was a big inspiration. You know,
the guy with, like, the voices.
Yeah, the funny, he talks like, I can't even do it. His voice is so interesting, and so his podcasts are hilarious. And I was like, dude, I think that me and Seven, with me and Seven's wit and our like creative personalities, I think that we could definitely make a podcast. And so, anyway, yeah. So my dream is to have like a cool setup. You know, this is actually a temporary setup. We're making a studio right now. In my backyard.
Mine is.
It's called the
very
Clubhouse.
Temporary.
You know, it's a pretty big meme at our school, but or at my old school. But yeah, so we're gonna have guests there. You know, people are gonna be calling in and asking us questions. We're gonna be going live. We're gonna go live once the coronavirus stuff, you know, settles down, and we go live on like YouTube, Instagram. Maybe I haven't really figured out how we're gonna go live on Instagram yet, but yeah. So guests, questions, better setup. That's my goal. You know, I don't really care. I don't really create videos and like podcasts now for other people. I kind of create it for myself. You know, I love making content. I love making things, and an extra step is like, oh, I get to like share that with everyone because we have this like great system of like, or a great like setup where we have like Google, we have Instagram, Spotify, everything. Seven, why are you smiling at me? He's on a call.
Totally.
Right before we started this, I was like, we cannot laugh at each other, and we already messed it up.
It's true.
So yeah, we haven't really figured it out yet. But the idea is we're probably not going to be cussing too much. You know, we're going to be staying away from a lot of the harsher words. I think.
Beep, 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 beep.
But you know, I think
the
cussing
F
has
word and
we're gonna stay away from those words. But like, I think cussing has its place. I think it has. I think if you're telling a funny story or you're trying to make something a little bit more like shock, you know. But if you're like, man, dude, this effing guy was walking down the street and yeah, he just like totally
just like cussing every other word,
it's
pretty
just,
much.
It's stupid, you know what I mean? It's stupid. But yeah. So anyway, not a lot of cussing. So if you're watching this and you're a mom, please share the podcast to your kids. If you're okay with them hearing probably the S or the A word every once in a while. Not much at all, obviously, because my grandma does watch these. She said she would. I think I could walk with them with that. That's probably what I'll do. But yeah, that's not the point. The point is not my grandma.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. Let me get to my notes. Who's unprepared now? 7. What is a funny story from this week?
A funny story for you or me or together or what?
No, what's a funny story? Come on.
Okay,
Yeah,
a funny story.
You on the spot here.
I have nothing. I had no idea that this was the question. Okay, let me think. Here, can you go first?
Probably.
You go first.
Okay,
I got
probably
mine.
because
You go
we kind of just started. Wait, no, it's Wednesday. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't have any funny stories from this week. That's why I asked 7 the question, because thank the Lord, my eyes for the past couple days have been freaking out because of allergies. I have been in bed. I'm not joking. I should have taken a selfie. For the past couple days, I've been in bed with sunglasses on and an ice pack on my eyes, listening to podcasts, getting ready for this, because our plan was to try doing this on Sunday, but the allergies were just too bad. So I don't have any funny stories from this week, but that's why it was 7's question. So anyway, so we actually...
I got one. Ready?
Well, okay, all right, go.
Okay. So I was minding my own business. I was like just about to go to sleep because I was like super tired, you know. When, I won't name who, but this kid calls me. I answer and his entire school is on the phone. At 12 a.m. in the morning.
That was me.
I'm like, what the heck? Oh, yeah. That's my funny story.
So actually, that's actually a funny story that we both have, all right? So, I had just kind of like, I had done like a lot of work on my phone, which is like, when I say work on my phone, I sell stuff on eBay. We'll go into that later, but, and since my eyes were getting a little bit better, I had done a ton of chores around the house, and if you've ever done chores before, you're very tired after that day, like especially if you do them like all day long, which my mom loves to give me when I'm not doing anything important. But so anyway, I took my pants off, I took my shirt off, and you know that feeling when you get in bed and your legs feel like amazing, and I was just about to lay my head down on the pillow, and literally, the second my head touched the pillow, I heard ring, ding, 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 and I have like a funny ringtone, so I was like, oh my gosh, and so I picked up my phone, and it was like, pick up this FaceTime call from like a ton of kids from my school, and I pick it up, and it is 5 shirtless kids, and they're all slightly large dudes, and so, but they're all my friends. They're great. I think we're gonna have one on the podcast sometime soon, but or when the coronavirus is done with, because quarantine, whatever. And so anyway, we made a challenge. We were going to add as many people as we could to the podcast, to the FaceTime call. Sorry, this is weird. I can hear myself in the headphones, so it's like when I talk, and then there's like this weird echo, and 7 is in this AirPod over top, so it's like there's a lot of noise in this ear, plus me trying to talk. But so we got, how many people did we get on? I think it was like 25.
Yeah, no more than 30. It was at least 20, so somewhere to 20 to 30. But
so so things got a little bit dicey. Not dicey, I don't even know what that means. Things got interesting because someone kept adding my friend's sister to the call. And she kept getting on the call, and she was like, remove me from this FaceTime call right now.
Every once in a while, you would get someone on the call who's like, what the heck is this? Get me off this call. Who put me on this? What the heck?
Well,
oh my gosh,
it was like
why are there 5
morning.
boys?
It was 1 in the morning, and people kept ringing, because there's like this feature, and you can hit like ring, and it rings like all the people who were like on the call beforehand. And so it's like 1:30 in the morning, and people are like peacefully sleeping, and their phone is like buzzing. And so people started adding like their friends' moms to the group chat, or the FaceTime call, which don't ask me why they have their moms' numbers. But yeah, I don't know.
It's like that Instagram trend that's like tag your friend and say nothing. It's like you call them and then you say nothing. You're like, who called me?
Yeah.
Basically.
So yeah, that's a funny story from this week. I haven't had an interesting week at all. Yeah. So we're gonna get right into the questions. So I put on my story what's some questions that you would like for me and Seven to answer, and Seven put on his story what questions do you want us to answer. Wait a second, no, he forgot actually, and he didn't do that, and so now we're a little bit short on questions.
Yeah,
so
it's cutting out.
That sucks, but so we have a couple questions. What are our thoughts on the coronavirus? Here. Yeah. Seven, did you hear that question?
Yeah. Oh, you were cutting out a little bit. Thoughts on the coronavirus?
Yeah, thoughts on the coronavirus, yeah. Technical difficulties, we'll be right back.
I'll just act like I heard it. The coronavirus, yeah, I know. Thoughts on the coronavirus? You want me to go first or you?
Yeah, you go first.
Alright. So, thoughts on the coronavirus. Everyone that I know of, staying at home, playing video games, watching TV, sleeping in, all that stuff. Me personally, I've been doing like half that, and I'm trying to be as productive as possible. Like,
starting a podcast.
There's not a whole lot you can do at home. Yeah, but actually, I'm still working out, which at home because I have this like tiny gym. Actually, it's right here.
Right.
But
no, we believe you, Seven.
Yeah, so I work out. I'm still working out, so I'm still staying healthy, and I try to get fresh air every once in a while. And it's just super annoying, the coronavirus. It's like you don't get to see people. All the plans, the half marathon I was supposed to run this month got canceled. Some other events, like huge events like concerts that we were going to go to, all of them got canceled. Plane flights got canceled. I had a cousin who was going to come here for a week. That got canceled. It sucks so much. And there's a ton of kids who were supposed to graduate this year, and all the graduation things are getting canceled.
They're doing it over Roblox and Minecraft.
Yeah, but
I suggested Fortnite, but they didn't go for that, unfortunately.
Yeah, basically anything I do productive at home is like working out, do push-ups, and then get a little bit of fresh air, not too much because you'll get the whatever the heck virus, and then editing videos is really nice. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts.
Yeah, so
I was hanging out with someone, and they thought that the virus wasn't real. They were like, no, I don't believe it. And I was like, man, like they're shutting like everything down. It's like, it's definitely real. I don't know like the symptoms of it or effects.
Some people think that it's a hoax or something, or that it's not real, and that I don't even know. I don't know what I'm talking about right now, so I can't really explain it. But from my understanding, people think that it's a hoax, which, what's the definition of hoax?
Just 1 second here.
A humorous or malicious deception. I don't know what any of those words mean, but
except for humorous.
Whatever you want to take from that, whatever you think. My thoughts on the coronavirus is it's kind of annoying because I was looking forward to the half marathon and the marathon, but that got canceled. I can understand a little bit more now, but back then it wasn't as like crazy, and so it was pretty stupid. So yeah, so we're not gonna get to run that. The Flying Pig is in when? It's October something.
Yeah, it got postponed to October. It was supposed to be in May.
So like here's how this works. Me and Seven, we run like 3 really big races a year. We run the half marathon, the full marathon, and then like we train over the summer, and then we run the 24-hour race. So I'm not sure if any of that's gonna happen this year because of this stupid coronavirus. So we're probably just gonna meet up and like do it ourselves if it gets, we're gonna run for 24 hours and forge ourselves some medals. But my thoughts on the coronavirus a little bit more. It's not affecting me too much, my daily schedule, which we'll go into later because that's one of our questions. But I'm not really angry about anything yet. One thing that will make me angry, if I'm pooping and I look over after I'm finished and there's no toilet paper there, and most people have their phones in the bathroom, and which is kind of gross now that I'm thinking about it, and I call my mom and I'm like, hey mom, do we have any toilet paper? Can you bring me some? She'll be like, Micah, there's coronavirus. There's no toilet paper because the neighbors stacked up on it. That's going to make me mad because then I'm going to have to take a shower and the rest is censored. I'm not going to tell you how I do it, but that's the only thing that's going to make me mad about the coronavirus. But yeah, so it hasn't affected me a whole lot besides the running and not being able to like hang out with friends. The friends part, I generally don't hang out with a lot of friends for reasons I don't want to talk about. But except for Seven, it's kind of my only friend. But yeah, I don't know. It was very thrilling in the beginning. I was kind of nervous about it because I was like, well, I've watched way too many movies. Bird Box, The Purge, World War Z, I can't pronounce that. It's like rear wheel drive. I've gotten really good at saying that just after practicing, but whatever. That's not the point. So yeah, what was going through my mind is that there's coronavirus. What's going to happen next is our government's going to shut down. And there's going to be demons in the air, and if you look at them, you kill yourself. And so I had my blindfold prepped and washed. I had my airsoft shotgun on the wall. So if any intruders came in, I could shoot them with some plastic BEWS. We got all of our Nerf guns ready. I'm joking. That's all BS. That's not true. But so yeah, it was a little thrilling at first, but now it's like I just sit at home and do stuff. I don't really play video games a lot because like in my mind like it's either video games or like doing a podcast, and a podcast is way more productive. It's cool. You can take something from it. Video games are not, and so I actually haven't played a lot of video games, but taking a lot more showers lately. That's one thing, because I'm a little bit bored, but like at night. But so because I guess you can't. Can you go boosted boarding? Actually, he wouldn't know. He's in Kentucky, but can you go boosted boarding in Kentucky, or like even go like outside to like something stupid, or will the cops get on you?
I can. The skate park that I used to go to closed. There's tape that's like, and you would think that like skaters who like don't give a crap, they just skate and they don't care. There was no one there, and I was like, okay, so that should be telling me something. So I didn't go to the skate park. So then I went to the basketball court in the parking lot a block away. They took off the hoops off of the metal thing. So then I was like, okay, no, another court. So then I went to another court in the park, and there was a sign there that said, you can't do it, or whatever, police, caution, whatever. So then I was just shooting a little bit, and then, or 10 minutes later, a cop pulls up. That was the first time a cop came up to me about the coronavirus. So, and he was like, he was super nice. He was like, you can't do that. And I was like, oh, sorry, I didn't know. And then I just like took off, basically.
Yeah.
Everything is getting closed. Every time I'm hungry, I can't drive yet, so I can't even eat anywhere. I can't go through the drive-thru. That's the only thing that's open now.
You just walk.
Everyone's buying toilet paper. Actually, no one's buying toilet paper anymore. Actually,
Sure.
I was watching a video. I was so like the first time I heard everyone's buying toilet paper, I was like, wait, what? So then I watched a video about it, and they were just like, it was basically saying when someone buys it, another person buys it, and it's basically almost like a miscommunication. There's like really no reason. The only reason why someone is buying toilet paper is because someone else is buying toilet paper, because someone else is buying toilet paper,
Well, it's because someone released some
all the way.
false information about, like, you know, our government's going to shut down and all the stores are going to be closed, grocery stores are going to be closed, so everyone freaked out. But for some reason, they went for toilet paper. And I saw a TikTok the other day about they did the math on, like, how long one roll of toilet paper can last you. And it was like, you go to Costco and you get, like, their regular size toilet paper, and it can last you up to a year if you use it properly. But everyone's, like, freaking out and buying so much toilet paper that if they used it properly, sorry, there's a fly in this room somewhere. If you use it properly, it could last you a very long time. And so if they use it properly, they won't ever have to buy toilet paper anymore. And so yeah. I guess stocks have gone through the roof lately for, like, P&G, because so many people are buying their stuff because of the coronavirus. That their stocks have, like, skyrocketed while everyone else's stocks, like, went way down. So that's interesting. I don't know anything about stocks. I hope to learn something about stocks one day, but not today.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our thoughts on coronavirus. The next question we have is, what is the best way to start the day?
Hold on, you're cutting out. What'd you say?
The best way to start the day.
Best way to start the day.
You wanna
Well,
take this one,
for
or-
me,
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
the way I start my day is working out. But that's probably not the best way, because for me, I mean, I don't work out all the time, but, like, I just do it because it wakes me up. But also it takes away a lot of energy for me. So that's why I don't work out every day. But it's annoying for me, when I work out, it's like super, it like takes away all my energy for like at least half the day, and then I finally get enough energy after I eat and then do all these things. But I don't know what the best way to start the day is, because I know me starting my days isn't great in my opinion, so I don't really have any advice for it. I don't know about you though.
Yeah. Dude, how long have we been live? Or not live. How long have we been recording?
I've been recording for 23 minutes.
Okay,
Straight
wow.
talk.
Dude, this has been a good podcast. I mean, we were gonna end it at like 30 minutes, but I think we should just go until we're dry. And have an awkward like, I think we're gonna end there. But all right.
Yeah.
The best way to start the day. I don't know a whole lot about this. I'm trying to figure that out right now. So I did this thing where, like, I was gonna run like every morning. And the first morning that I tried it, I started on Monday, I ran 10 miles. That was a bad thing to do, because I'll talk about in the next question what, like, we do during our days, but and what we want to be doing during our days. Yeah, get to that later. It was like I would run in the morning, and then when I would go to my job, I was pooped. And so, because the idea was, like, I want to be productive. And so I think that running, going to work, and then, like, working on other stuff, and then, like, getting eBay stuff done, like, reselling stuff is what I mean by eBay stuff, and then, like, making videos, content, everything. But then I kind of realized that, like, if you run or work out in the morning, you tend to be more tired. Voice track. We should have, like, a little bell every time or like some sound effect. We'll get a soundboard one day, but we can afford that. But it was just like I was pooped throughout the entire day. So, in my opinion, I don't think exercising in the morning is the best idea, but that's just for me. If it works for you, that's great. But for me, exercising is not. I think that if you wake up at like 7 in the morning, I'm starting to get more into like this meditation stuff. I don't know much about it. I got this Headspace app by Google, I think, and so I'm starting to do that in the morning. But yeah, and then so wake up at 7, do that, and then go downstairs, have a cup of coffee if you like coffee. I love coffee. 7, are you a coffee drinker?
No, I don't like coffee because I just don't like it. It's so bitter. And
well, the coffee that they drink is probably bitter. Actually, the coffee that I drink is pretty bitter. I can't talk. This voice thing. It's hard to hear myself. It's easy to hear myself, but it's weird, so I'm stuttering. But yeah, a cup of coffee. Let's see. What do I do next? Make like a smoothie or an egg sandwich. That's good. And then head off to work. Be productive for the day. In my opinion, I mean, that's the best way to start my day. But I mean, I think that it's finding your thing, like what you want to do in the morning. What makes you feel good for the rest of the day. And so, to be honest, that's not really a question for me and 7. That's a question for you guys.
Right.
So the next question is, what do we do? And that's all we got from that question. So I'm going to go ahead and extend it. What do we do during the day, and what is our perfect day look like? You want to start, or do you want me to start this time?
I'll start. So, perfect day for me is waking up and then having a good breakfast, because good breakfasts are key to a good day. That's actually for the question before that, but
yeah,
have a good breakfast. And then straight to, I'm homeschooled, so like my parents do, like, they're kind of experimenting, or not really experimenting, but doing new things for us learning. So
yeah, we should
do
talk
this
about
thing
the house
called, like,
after. Let's talk about your house after this question. It's frozen right now. I have him on a call.
Cutting out.
Okay, I didn't hear anything you said, but we should talk about your house after this call, or after this question.
Yeah. So basically, what I do is videos. I can make videos. It's obviously different now, a lot different because of the virus, but before it would be making videos, editing videos, and I'm currently, like, any opportunity I get for making videos for someone, I will take up, like, 100%. So I'm making these videos for these people who they have like a little nature channel, but I make videos for them. So as for work, videography, I also sell stuff on eBay if I can. So I go to Goodwill, that's like really close, which is a thrift store. It's like probably 0.4 miles away from here. So like skateboard there, pick up some stuff, and then resell it. That's a good way for me to make money. And then also any jobs that my dad usually gives me, like, and then also working on this house, which probably a lot of you guys don't know about, but basically my parents gave...
No, 7, remember, we're going to talk about our house projects after the whole thing, right?
Right. All right.
Just say
anyway,
you work on houses, that's right.
Yeah, that's basically it. And then eat dinner, go to bed.
Sorry, I gotta
All right, for you.
have a quick story. All right. So are you done with that? Your best way to start the day, or not best way? What you do during the day? Okay. What's your ideal day? Was that your ideal day?
Yeah, that's my
both together.
Good day, not perfect day, but good day, usual day.
So my not my perfect day. What I do during the day is the perfect morning, and then I head down to work. I work with my dad at 9 o'clock. Yeah. So I'm down there at 9 o'clock on a good day. Generally 9:05. He doesn't give me crap for that, which is kind of nice. I have a good boss. And to be honest, we just work on the house the entire day. We do a ton of stuff. We do everything. Right now, everything from like paint to putting tile in or finishing tile, finishing drywall. And if you don't know what drywall is, it's the stuff on the walls. That I have had some people not know what that was, and I was like, man, stop. You playing with me. So yeah,
I'm
drywall.
just glad that you're not referring to me, but
yeah. And then we putting in the kitchen right now. That's a big one. It's very satisfying to see everything come together. And floor. So I think by the end of next week we'll have it done. And so anyway, I go home and I take a shower, and then I just do anything that needs to be done. Hang out with family, eat dinner, and that's it. And then I'll when this coronavirus isn't here, I'll go to the gym, and per like 30, 45 minutes to an hour, and then go home, fall asleep after I've had a nice protein smoothie, and go to bed. That's like kind of my perfect day. My perfect day kind of starts without the middle, most of my day being taken up by the house. I love working at that house. It's pretty tiring sometimes, and it's a little discouraging. But I love working there because I get to have that memory with my dad that I worked on a couple houses with him. I think we're on like our 5th house now. But yeah, so my perfect day is waking up in the morning at like 7 o'clock. It's warm outside. I get up, I go outside, I go down to the fort. The fort is like the studio. It's like, we call it a couple different things. There's fort, clubhouse, studio. If you go to my old school in Marymount, you know it as Micah's Clubhouse, because the people at my school think that the clubhouse is like a house that I made out of sticks and some mud and maybe a little bit of duct tape. Not much though. And they're wrong, actually. I've posted on my Instagram before what it actually looks like. But yeah. And so I go down there. We make videos. I make videos. Seven's over. It's definitely a perfect day. He's on a call right now, so that's why I keep looking at my computer. But so we make videos. Build stuff, ride dirt bikes, ride electric skateboards, and then go up to the house.
Jeez. This connection.
A perfect day would probably involve a girlfriend. That'll never happen. I'm joking. But yeah, go up to my house, watch a movie, have some black raspberry ice cream, the best ice cream. Do not argue with me. You can't change my mind. Yeah, have some ice cream, go to bed. It's a pretty good day. There's a lot of different good days. Like going to theme park, and perfect day. I'm in Hawaii. I'm a millionaire, and I live in a super nice house with a bunch of tennis players everywhere. I'm sorry, I had to say that. We're keeping it PG. But yeah, my perfect day. All right, the next question. This is going to be a pretty long podcast. All of a sudden, we were shooting for like 25 to 30 minutes, but it's pretty long. Next question is favorite, best, funniest, and worst memories together. Let's go. 7. I have that. I sent you this question, so you could go in order. So I'm gonna go favorite, then you go favorite, then I'll go best, and then you go best, and whatever. Might take me a second. One of my favorite moments of favorite time with 7 here. Let's see. Man, there's actually a lot of good times we've had.
Trying to make this as least gay as possible.
I know. Okay, yeah. We're good friends. Can we establish that? Me and 7 are not gay. You know how many people have asked me that question? And we're not gay for each other. I am painfully straight. I have no problem with gay people, but I am painfully straight, so there's no need to ask that question. Dude, I'm gonna go check something, just in case. What if the camera isn't recording? That's gonna be so gross. It's not recorded.
No, you're lying right now. You are.
I'm dead serious.
What the hell, bruh?
I
That's
pushed
not good.
record. I'm gonna see where we started.
Well,
This is. All right. So my favorite moment was 7. I don't know. There's a lot of favorite moments. I don't know. There's so many. Probably building like the foundation. So actually, I thought about this question a lot. Favorite moment. Wait. What were we doing? We were pouring the foundation to the clubhouse, and I think that the best, funniest, worst, favorite, memories or whatever, comes with a little bit of pain, right? It was fun, but it was painful. So I think that for my answer, I'm just gonna go ahead and knock all these out of the park, or a lot of them. I'd say that funniest and worst moments together was pouring the foundation, because 7, you can talk a little bit about this too while I'm talking, but it's we had to get this concrete mixer, right? And we had to drag it up this hill, and we got it up most of the way, and then it tipped on us, and so we had to the memories are flooding back in. But
here. So this is what happened. We were making Micah's clubhouse, and we had to make the cement foundation. So we had to haul up the cement maker, this huge hill. We bring it up. It was super heavy, and it was frozen with cement on the side, so it was really heavy. It was basically like carrying a rock, rolling it up the stairs. It was Micah's dad, Micah, and me. We were pushing it up. And then all of a sudden, it was raining too. It was raining and there was mud everywhere. We slipped, and then it fell on me or Micah, or basically both of us. And there was thorn bushes all over the place. I got all scratched up. It was so bad.
But the thing is the clubhouse would be just as far as it is now if we would have waited for a different day. But we were so pumped to get it done. We were yeah, we're gonna have this done in 2 months, and then a year later, we're still doing it. But
and on the same day, we were carrying out the bags of cement, and since it was wet, one of the bags, I don't know who was lifting it, I forget. It just ripped, and there was just cement just spilled, and it was wet. So then it was gonna stick because it was wet and it was cement. So it was gonna stick. It was like a cement floor.
Dude, and it just started. It was so bad. And we got a little bit of cement and mud on our legs, and the boots were rubbing against our legs and making this ring around our legs raw, and it was so satisfying to take those boots off. But there was this ring for a good week that was just raw flesh, and oh my gosh, it's painful thinking about it now. But so that was probably both of our funniest and worst moments together, unless you have something else to say about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then
cut out.
Yeah.
Just a second.
That wraps that question up.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say, wait, unless he's talking. 7, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
All right. So 7, is there any other funniest or worst moments? I think that was it. Probably.
There is one other worst moment. When we were making the clubhouse, I dropped this board almost on Micah.
That was probably one of the most angering. If anger was part of this question, I got pissed. All right, so here's what happened, right? Me and 7 both have very different sides of the story. One is BS, one is not. You can obviously tell whose is BS and who's not. It's mine. Mine is the real one. Let's see. I was hey, 7, do you want to be on top of the ladder or on the bottom of the ladder carrying up this board? And he was I want to be on the bottom. And so I was that's fine. I didn't really want to be on the top, but I just did it because whatever, he was helping me. And so I gave him the easier job. Well, because you can't do anything right.
Wait,
But
anyway.
anyway.
I was on the top and you were on the bottom, remember? And then you were pushing it
Oh
up.
yeah.
And
Oh my gosh, man, I totally messed it up. But anyway, so he's at the top,
Talk
right?
about size of the story.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's who's BS now. Oh gosh. But okay, so you just guys tell me if this is BS or not. All right. We're like all the way at the top, right? We're like 16 feet above the ground, and 7 gets a little tired, and so he drops an entire piece of plywood on top of me at 16 feet in the freaking air. All right? And because I am Spider-Man, don't tell anyone, I jumped back, did a quadruple backflip, and landed on the ground, and yes, it was sick. But, I was pissed because 7's little white boy hands got tired and almost killed me. And so that was probably one of the most angering moments, if you want to talk about that. We can go on for days. This podcast could be like probably, I'd say, about 5 hours long if we talked about all the adventures. But I would say my favorite and best moments together, one of my, probably both, is we used to have this channel. 7, don't talk about where that channel went. But we had this, or not channel, this Instagram called Lego Vlog. And we used to make like pictures on like Photoshop of like Lego guys, and you would swipe, and it would be the it'd be like a celebrity in Lego form, and then you'd swipe, and it'd be that exact same picture, but the real picture. And so I can actually throw one up for you guys in a second. But here, let me see. We made a marshmallow post, and when I say we, I'm joking. No, 7 helped quite a bit on that one. He helps with a lot of like the detailed stuff. But
yeah, and the ideas too.
Sorry, one second. My internet is like totally cutting out. 7, you talk while I'm trying to get to this. So it was a marshmallow post.
It'll be if we don't have the video, you can't show it unless you will have video.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Or you can just screenshot
but
it.
But here was the post. It was a marshmallow post, and it got 877 likes, 22 comments, 15 cents, and 106 saves. And it reached 10,320 people. That was like, dude. And when we did that, when we posted that picture, like a week later, I was like, dude, we made it. Like we're moving to Vegas. Like this is it. One post and we're famous. You know, like F TikTok. Like we don't need TikTok. All we need is Legos and a camera and a Photoshop program, and we're famous. So the next post did not turn out as well as I was hoping, because we gained 0 followers from that thing. And yeah, so that was probably one of my favorite, best moments, because we were so pumped at the time. Here, one second, 7. Okay, can you say something? 7, talk. Yeah, never mind. I can't hear you anymore for some reason. Give me a second. Say something now.
Well, I guess.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Now?
All right. Yeah, I can hear you now. Sorry.
Should we move on to the next question?
Yeah. So the next question is, well, the next 2 questions are a little dry. Best place to travel to, and what is your favorite color? 7, do you want to start?
Yeah. Favorite color gotta be. I like bright colors like neon, bright yellow, and bubblegum pink. Those are probably my 3. I know like half of them are colors, or like not even all of them, but whatever. Don't be such a nerd about it. I know, I hate that people are like, black isn't a color. Stupid.
Yeah, gray isn't a color.
But yeah.
White. It's like, what is
They're all colors, guys.
Yeah, like I get.
But colors in the rainbow.
Maybe not scientific.
Colors in the rainbow. My favorite's got to be like yellow or red, probably. Yeah. No, orange. Sorry, orange.
Yeah,
it's
totally.
Orange.
Mine is orange, or if we're not talking about colors in the rainbow, like teal. I kind of like teal on some things. It all depends. Like clothes, shoes. If we're talking like walls, I want my walls to be like white or have like art on them. But like if we're talking cars, red cars are sick. Like a purple car would be sick. A purple car with green flames on it. Only if it was either a sports car or a minivan, I would want a purple car with green flames on it. Yeah. Best place to travel to. I'm gonna go ahead and answer that one first. I haven't been out of the country. That's a little embarrassing for some reason. I don't know why. But Seven was born in a different country, as you can tell. I'm joking now. He's a Korean boy, but I would say I would say Seven, shut up, dude. I can't I can't hear myself, hear you, and have sound effects in the background and talk. I'm gonna go ahead and say Hawaii, Waikiki Beach, or Maui. That's probably. I know, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good spot. Thanks for agreeing with me, Seven. Yeah, so that's my favorite spot to travel to. Seven, what about you? The AT? The Appalachian Trail is what that stands for.
Alright, for me, it's gotta be, I have been out of this country. I've been to Jerusalem, and I've been to Hawaii. No, I'm joking. But yeah, Jerusalem. Well, Hawaii is still in this country, technically, so.
Yeah.
Anyway. My favorite parts have got to be, I love traveling in general, but I think I loved Hawaii a lot, and I love, yeah, I'll just say Hawaii. I haven't been to Hawaii in 7 years, but yeah.
Okay. Another question we had was, if you wouldn't, would you want to not? Maybe you should.
If you can't,
that was
what?
A question. That was I'll read it again. If you wouldn't, you want to not? Maybe you should.
If you want to once, wait, what's once? What?
Okay, I'll read it one more time, Seven. All right.
Just send it to me.
Wouldn't. All right. Gosh, this is gonna take so long. No. Okay, just listen carefully. All right. If you wouldn't, would you not want, or maybe you should?
Okay, so it doesn't make any sense. That's why. All right. If you wouldn't, maybe you should not. What? Alright, yes to that question, yes.
Well, actually, I have a very different answer. I would say no. But like a smidge of yes, because I think when the unicorn is born, it should probably have marshmallows. Don't you think? I think so.
I think yes,
okay.
Because I love donuts. So
what I said about the podcast becoming dry, this is where it gets dry, all right? So we'll be asking more you guys will have the opportunity to ask more questions later. Stay tuned for the next podcast. It should be out Monday. Yeah, so
Instagram for the
we're going to go ahead and head out. But wait, what?
Instagram for the BEWS News podcast will be in the description. That's where you
go
can
give that a follow. Yeah, we're going to try. I haven't done any homework on this, but we're going to try getting this out on Spotify because no one's going to listen to it. But if you want to listen to it, go listen to it at Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, and Apple. Yeah, so we're going to have guests on soon. Big things coming our way.
Yeah.
We will have video, actually, a videoed podcast on Monday. You'll be able to watch that Monday. I'm not really sure what we'll be talking about then, but that's kind of up to you guys if you want to answer any questions or give us any questions to answer on Instagram. Man, I'm sorry. I can't talk with this. I can hear myself. It's like here's what it sounds like. Hi guys. It's like what is this audio?
I hear that.
Yeah. So
There's
you
enough
hear it
weird
because you
echo.
can hear in my actual AirPods. But anyway. Yeah. So pretty excited. We'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, how you doing? You good? I know you like that. I know you like